It's good. It's good. And actually, I was talking about it with Dan Jurgens earlier too, because Keith Giffen and he are doing that the Booster Gold and Sergeant Rock thing.
I still have no idea what's going on.
It's
They
just
don't want you to know.
It's like a Brave and the Bold issue that Keith Giffen's doing. I guess it's
You
Booster
want to
and.
pull a chair? You can sit here.
Oh yeah, sure.
All right.
I didn't even really see.
Did he like it when he seen it or not?
Yeah, Dan said good things about it. So.
All lies.
This is Russ Burlingame coming in.
Phil Noto. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, Phil Noto. That's right. You're good.
Oh boy. Am I in trouble? Oh, okay.
This is Russ Burlingame for Comic Related, coming in from the New York Comic Con. I'm here with Jimmy Palmiotti, the writer of how many things a month do you write?
Jonah Hex, Power Girl. That's about it right now.
Oh, you're doing Back to Brooklyn too, right?
Back to Brooklyn. You'll keep reminding me. Vampire Hunter D coming and yeah, some stuff. Last Resort from IDW.
And
Obituaries for the Daily News. Obituaries for the Daily News. Yeah.
Jimmy, of course, rose to prominence as the inker on, on pretty much all of Joe Quesada's stuff in his early career, and a lot of Amanda's stuff as well, right?
Billy Tucci as well. Yeah. I cleaned that guy up, boy. He was a mess.
Billy is this gentleman directly to our right, Zach.
Yes.
And so we ring the bell because we love comics. Okay.
Oh, good enough. So, Jimmy, why don't you tell us, you just told somebody that you got more Ash coming in the forthcoming year. I don't know if that's...
You weren't supposed to hear that, though. That's secret.
All right,
I
well...
told that guy because I know him pretty well. I know you pretty well, though, so I can tell you that I can't talk about it.
All right, well, fair enough.
All right.
The thing I was going to say is I have not yet seen Back to Brooklyn. Tell us a little bit about that series because...
Wait, do I have any for you? Oh, that's not my book. Somebody left that. Well, the series, it's the fourth issue comes out in a week or two. It's based on many stories told to me and experienced in Brooklyn. Garth Ennis and I worked out the story, and Garth wrote the series, and it's 5 issues long, and we're almost done. And issue 4 will definitely be the most shocking book you've read this year, hands down.
Now I know that because I passed by Forbidden Planet and Jim Hanley's all the New York stores love it and display the T-shirts and the posters and all that because it says Brooklyn in huge letters.
Yes, that was my plan. Just that Brooklyn pays me a certain amount of money to push them because nobody really knows about Brooklyn. It's like a little hidden community in New York, and it's yes. I don't know what the question was. Yeah, we have to publicize the book. It's an independent comic through Image, so it's not like we have a lot of money behind it, and so we go out there and wave the Brooklyn flag, that kind of thing. And I figure there's 4 million people in Brooklyn. If 1 out of 100 buy the book, I'm doing pretty good.
Makes sense. And Jonah Hex, I mean, not only is it one of my favorite books, but month in and month out, it's one of those titles that you know it's going to be a good story, and it's self-contained. What's the kind of the thinking that went into having everything in Jonah be one and done?
Probably born out of frustration of reading most mainstream superhero comics and not having a full story. Buying Part 7 when I forgot there was 6 before it, and personally, I don't like crossovers, so it's kind of fun to write a book where you can pick up number 23 and read it from beginning to end and not worry about the continuity of the universe it's in. So we wanted to keep the book pretty loyal to that kind of format and hopefully gain new readers as we go along and not alienate the ones we have.
And obviously, Jonah's one of the characters that Warner Brothers has been flirting with making a movie together. Is that something that you feel is going to help you out in the next couple of years?
Well, it'll definitely. They won't cancel the book while they're doing the movie because they want to keep it out there. It'll help. Look, if it gets 1,000 more people buying the book, it helps. And I'm really excited about Josh Brolin being picked to play Hex. So supposedly it starts shooting in April in New Orleans, and I hope it goes from there.
And you were over at the Devil's Due booth just a little bit ago. What were you talking about over there?
Josh and I are writing Vampire Hunter D, a 6-issue miniseries, to Josh Blaylock. Am I getting it right? Blaylock, yeah. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. Josh, sorry about that, Josh. Yeah, we're doing it for his company to come out this summer, based on the Vampire Hunter D movies and books. And I had to read and watch every movie and every book. And it's going to be a fun series. It's about Vampire Hunter B coming to the United States in a weird way.
If it makes you feel any better, you kind of put me in a position where I had to do that once upon a time too. Because when Garth Ennis and Steve Dillon and Jim Palmiotti did the Punisher for the first time, I was an intern at Wizard. I was the guy whose job it was to read every single appearance of the Punisher ever and compile a wanted poster.
Oh, right, yeah. And that's a lot of Punishers, actually. I'm sorry.
My favorite appearance of the Punisher of all time was the issue of the new Fantastic Four, where there was a big guest starring the Punisher, and it was one panel.
Yeah, I remember that. One panel. Wonderful of them to do that. That's so considerate. Yeah, we don't do that anymore, though. But yeah, they used to do that in the old Marvel comics, like, guest starring Uncle Ben, and he was only in it like in a sentence,
He literally, the Punisher, as literally as it could be, just drove by. He was like flying a plane.
We almost did that in Daughters of the Dragon. We actually had him in there for 2 pages, but it really was a hit and run kind of appearance. And you had to read them all?
Not only every Punisher, every appearance he'd ever made.
Why? But why would that help you? Oh, because you had to list everything. That's why I remember that. Oh, you poor bastard. I remember that. We felt for you when we saw that thing. But it was pretty cool, though.
It was a lot of fun. I thought that it's a similar kind of thing. Like, all of a sudden you're looking at this intimidating stack of books going, damn it.
Yeah, I read the novel. There's a set of novels from Dark Horse. There's the 2 movies. And then there's a lot of internet stuff about the character. So, I have to write it for a new audience, but at the same time, there's an existing fan. So I have to make sure, like with Hex, I have to make sure we're not going to piss anybody off, yet introduce something new and fresh. So it's an interesting gig.
And my last question, because I like to end on a question so ridiculous that people want to smack me, is, with bringing back Hex and bringing back, you got Booster Gold and Haunted Tank and all kinds of stuff making appearances again. When are we going to see, Hex, like in the future?
You should ask Mark Texera that one, because he was involved with that mess. Probably not while we're working on the book. But if they said we can do a second Hex book and it's Hex in the future, I would so write that in a heartbeat.
All right, thanks very much. Jimmy Palmiotti, again, superstar inker, superstar writer.
Dude. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Cool.
Hey, dude.